Yep, you sound perfect.
What's up, everybody? Episode 163, Dadbod Golf Pod, Masters first round recap. We had boots on the ground. We're going to recap it. We're going to have a blast. We're going to talk about Tiger's D heat going nuts, shooting one under on a robotic leg. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Bet Online, the number one sports betting website in the country. We put out a bunch of picks today. I will have to go back later and look and see how most of them are faring for the weekend, but use 50%, a 50% sign-on bonus. Use coupon code BLEAV, BLEAV. Give them $100. They're going to be 50 back to play with, and then have a blast. Have a blast. All right.
My pick is a hot mess.
Your pick is a hot mess. My picks are looking mighty fine. My brother is joining us again. He was actually on the grounds today. And we're going to dive into this leaderboard, dive into some of the madness, and have a blast because it's the first round is done in the books, and it was nothing short of spectacular.
It was incredible.
Dynamite drop.
That's your cue, Logan.
Dynamite drop in.
That's what all I need.
Dynamite drop in. So yeah. Logan, go ahead and tell us everything. Tell us everything.
First and foremost, I had thought I had seen every shade of green in my life until I stepped foot in Augusta.
It's a totally different green.
It was immaculate. I mean, other than the fact that when we got there, it was very mucky and gross. There was
Watch your mouth.
Slight mist. I said mucky.
Oh, sorry.
Watch your brain. No, it was very mucky and it was gross. And then the heavens opened up and not a cloud in the sky. It was absolutely phenomenal. There was a lot of mud and muck there throughout for patrons.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, it was phenomenal. It was absolutely gorgeous.
That was poetic.
It was.
Thank you. Thank you.
Did you write that down? Did you write all that down?
I have some stories here. So
yes.
we actually we made our way through the front entrance early in the morning. It was very Disney World-esque.
Yep.
It was just completely slammed. I'm a little bit intoxicated right now. It's just
bear with you. Got it.
So anyways, walked in the front gate, very, very packed. Tons of people. We made our way immediately to the gift shop. So we started shopping.
Yeah.
You'll be happy with your purchases, Kyle. Sorry, Ben, you got nothing. Nate,
hey, can I talk you into it in this state of mind? Can I talk you into maybe picking me something up on the way out?
Too late. Sorry, I'm out. I was actually allowed one entrance and two entrances and two exits, and I maxed those out with the first purchase at the gift shop.
Nice.
So you didn't get, first of all, I got to stop you. So you can't, why did you not check the bag? Why didn't you do the checkout?
Because he pulled a pro.
Check the bag was about as long as to get into where you purchase stuff.
Such a pro move what he did. That's a pro move, because then he didn't have to wait at the end of the day to get his stuff. He goes straight to the car.
But at the end of the day, who cares? Who cares at the end of the day?
Oh, you're ready to leave.
No, you're never ready to leave. If you're
Kyle,
rather than stand in line, you're ready to leave rather than stand in line.
I disagree.
I woke up at 3 a.m., drove 3 hours from Atlanta to Augusta, got there to the house we're at, which is gorgeous, by the way, and went straight to the Masters, immediately went shopping for an hour and a half to 2 hours because it was the worst thing ever.
Thank you.
There's a million people there. You're welcome for what you get. And we decided that we drove there, so it was best to walk out of the gate, drop our stuff off in the vehicle, and walk back in and enjoy the day.
Okay.
So you can
phenomenal move. Phenomenal move.
Thank you, Ben. Yes. Thank you, Ben. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Strike one was going in the top entrance. That was strike one. But anyway, keep going.
We didn't know we entered where we entered.
That was that was actually an amateur move.
All right, keep going. I'm loving this.
So anyway, so we get there, we do our shopping, we go back, drop our stuff off, we go enjoy the hole. So we started off, we went straight to get a pimento cheese sandwich, which is phenomenal, by the way. I will say $1.50, incredible. And beer.
$3.
Yes.
$5 beers, aren't they? Didn't they go up?
They did go, they are at $5.
Yeah.
You get either Miller Lite, Stella, or Crow's Nest. I don't know what Crow's Nest is, but it's all the same.
They brew it on the grounds there. That's the only place you can get it.
It's actually PBR.
Like Lionel Coogan, whatever.
Okay. If you know what that tastes
we
like.
got you.
Blue Moon. It's basically Blue Moon. It tastes like Blue Moon.
I got you.
So we did that, and then we went to hole 1, which was right there. And oddly enough, we started off with Na and what's his name? Na, and I've lost my sheet.
What does he look like?
Oh, don't ask him to do that. You just were asking for trouble. That's it.
I hope you got some hard editors on this episode.
We have 0, actually.
We have 0 editors, just so you know.
Hoffman?
Charlie Hoffman?
Charlie Hoffman.
Maybe. I don't know. No, Max.
Max Homa.
Max Homa.
Yes. Homa,
that's awesome.
and I can't remember the last guy's name.
Shane Lowry.
Shane Lowry, yes. So for whatever reason, when we walked into the gates, that's who we started off with.
Good start.
That's a good start, though. Yeah.
That was it, number 1. And so me and the guy that we were with, we decided, okay, we know that Tiger's going to be teeing off here in a little bit. It makes no sense to start off at 1 with Tiger because there's going to be a billion people at hole 1. So we go a couple holes in front of them, and we just basically ended up following those 3 guys on accident the entire friggin' So we watched them through hole 1. We start going through hole 2. By the way, hole 2 would for me to play golf, and I would be shocked if anybody else said anything otherwise, is an absolute nightmare. That corridor they have to tee off into is just it's that about that small.
I just don't think I could ever bogey number 2. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out there. Go ahead. Keep going.
No,
he does this. Wrong. He does this every episode. He throws. He drops a. He
can break whatever score he says he can break.
Yep.
In Masters, whatever. It's BS. Anyway, so
I was in the front bunker in 2 in a simulator. Just go ahead and say that.
We start off, and we're trying to watch everybody's tee shots, and we can't really, because it's so far back in this corridor. We can't really tell where everybody else landed. So we continue through. As we're going, we see Na coming off of, by the way, so as we're teeing off, the corridor kind of that patrons can walk is to the left of that tee box. So we're walking down this corridor, and we see Na coming off the pine straw edge of the fairway. And the buddy I'm with said, holy shit, there's his ball right there within like inches of a pine tree.
Yeah.
And I stopped him and I said, we're going to watch this because he's going to have to punch this out and then stop his club. Otherwise, he's going to smash that tree with his club and snap it in half. So we stopped.
Violence.
Yes. Violent. And
let's go.
We stop and watch it. And Na rears back, punches it, and I swear it hits 20 trees. It was nothing but ting, 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 ting.
Oh boy.
And he hits the tree. He totally, fully hits the tree. He has, at this point, the moment he makes contact with the ball, he's not paying attention where the ball is at. He's looking down the line of his golf club.
Make sure it's not bent.
Making sure it's not bent. Because at that point, I was fully committed to the fact that he was snapping that club in half, close as it was to the tree.
You were looking for shrapnel, is what you were looking.
I wanted absolute full shrapnel. I was hoping that ball was going to ricochet and hit me straight in the face.
Yeah.
But actually,
That would've
we
made
didn't
Sports
see
Center.
it. Yeah, exactly. So it ricocheted 20 times, ended up back in the fairway about the point where the other two guys landed their drives.
Nice.
And the whole time he's looking at his driver, did not bend the driver, but he based off of his shot, ended up great. So we moseyed on down to the green. Two of them ended up in the bunker.
He bogeyed it, by the way. He bogeyed too, by the way.
He did.
Oh, I can watch the shot now.
Yeah, I was there. He did bogey too.
Wait, I see you. I'm looking at the thing. I see you.
He's watching it. Yeah, he's watching it on the thing.
No way.
Yeah, I'm watching it. You can see every shot. I see you. I just saw you for just a second.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was there.
If you go to masters.com and you watch Kevin Na's second shot on number 2, you can see Logan, who is on the broadcast right now.
I'm right there by.
Did you get close? All right, for a second. Let's just stop talking about Kevin Na. Okay, I really like Kevin Na. How close did you get?
No.
How close did you get to Tiger ever?
The closest I got to Tiger was his crossover from 3 to the 4, basically.
No, the hole right after 3. Got it.
Yes, the hole that would be right after 3, which is 4. So there's crossover there. We were watching him at 3, and they warned us that. I'm sorry, I take that back. It was 2 to 3.
Gotcha.
So the two green is right next to the tee box for 3, and we were standing there thinking we were going to have a great view at the green, and we had some guys tell us like, "Hey, by the way, as soon as they get to the green, we're closing this off because this is the player pass through to the next tee box."
Yep.
And we were shot. We couldn't see anything from there.
Yeah.
But that was closest we got to him. We did get to the point where after they had finished that hole out to 2 out, they were going to the 3 tee box. That was the closest I got to Tiger's bald spot.
Nice. Tiger's bald spot. 2, 3 tee box, 7 green, 9 green, and like 18 green is an awesome hangout. You can see so many different shots.
I agree, but at the same time that for us, for patron, the best spot was 11, 12, the amen corner.
Oh,
because
it's awesome.
There are 2 greens right. So we tried to keep up with Tiger, which was impossible, by the way, because the crowd wasn't. It's ridiculous. 30 people deep to get to the rope. Yeah, it was impossible. That was our original game plan going in, was to walk the course. We just walk the course, and then we were going to follow Tiger, which following Tiger was impossible. So we were going to try to keep a couple holes ahead of Tiger, which we apparently were not the only people that had that same idea, oddly enough. So finally we got to the point where, okay, we're just going to go camp out at Amen Corner, because that was obviously that when you think of Masters, you think of Amen Corner. So, and there's a bathroom and there's a bar right behind the booth. Not a bar, but there's like a not a bar, but there's a concession. It's like stand. A barn.
Yeah. It's a shack that they sell a specialty drink in.
By the way, it's out of all of them, they're on the course, it's the most crowded one out of all of them. So for sure, regardless, it takes 30 minutes to get a drink or a sandwich. But we ended up camping there. We saw Tiger on those holes as well, and then we ended up walking back towards the clubhouse and saw him finish out on 18. That's awesome. That's awesome.
That's very cool.
Tiger played great today. Unbelievable that he is able to go out, and honestly, I say he played great. He honestly played what I thought he probably kind of played kind of shitty, if we're being honest. He had some good looks at you look at number 8, he had 50 yards in, makes bogey. He played, just okay, slapped it around, shot 1 under, which just blows my mind. Just absolutely blows my mind. Hit a 30-footer on 16 for birdie. Ben, you got any takeaways from day one? What's some of your takeaways from day one?
I was shocked at Tiger's wedge play, but more impressed with his long iron play, because he's since day one, he's been able to wedge it around his yard and putt. His putting was there. He didn't really run anything way by. His speed was there.
He was
putting was
perfect.
fine. But you noticed late in the round, he started going to the 6 and 7 iron bump and run. Like he had no trust in his wedges for some reason. I don't know what was going on there.
You would think that would be what he would have the most trust in.
Exactly. Especially from 50 yards, because he couldn't hit anything probably over 50, 60 yards when he was hurt. So you thought that would be there, but it wasn't. I don't know if that had anything to do with the tight lies or what. Very impressed with his long iron play. Also shocked, as Colt Nose said this on the broadcast, number 11 actually played longer today than 13. 11's a par 4, 13's a par 5. So that's a little shocking.
I wonder, is that just but that second shot is so far downhill. I guess it's because the tee shot just doesn't get any roll to the top of the hill. You're just so far back. I don't know.
Yeah, Tiger was 242 back and Louis was 239 back. Louis hitting, and as soon as Tiger hit his 4-iron and came up short, Louis went back and reclubbed and grabbed a 5-wood and still didn't get there.
Yeah.
So I understand it's downhill, but you can't go left with the water.
You can't be short
there, so
because it'll bounce.
You can't be short. So it's like Colton Nose said in the broadcast, 242. You're just hoping to be around the green and your ball stops somewhere. That's all you're hoping for. You're playing it like a layup on a par 5 is what you're doing. And he almost made the green. Other than that, my takeaways, I told you when we came on, our favorite Aussie, if he doesn't book in 2 doubles, he probably shoots damn near the course record today at Augusta.
Cam Smith.
So that was pretty impressive to be able to, and
8 birdies.
That was
crazy.
phenomenal to kind of see. And then also, like Boo said, the way they were able to make the course do what they wanted to do, it looked like it had not rained there. I know that there was a lot of muck over there near the grandstands, and
we can confirm there was muck.
There was muck.
That was it. It was
a lot of muck.
Anywhere that the patrons were walking, that was about it.
Yeah.
And
the fairway and the greens were flawless.
Well, it confirms what Boo said too about them sucking the water out, because afterwards, Scotty Scheffler, when they interviewed him, he said he was shocked at how dry the fairways were.
Did you see anyone sucking water out, Logan?
I hope that's legit, because I was telling everybody that I could that, like, hey, Boo Weekly, I have an inside scope. Boo Weekly says they suck the water out of those greens. And I'm like, oh, no shit.
Boo says they can suck a golf ball through a garden hose.
Yeah,
they want to.
It pisses them off, but apparently that's what they do here. So that's been spread far and wide, as well as the name of this golf podcast.
Let's go.
There's no doubt.
I did drop the dime to like, hey, I designed this logo, but go watch this podcast.
I'm going to be on there tonight. You might remember me from Kevin Na's second shot on number 2 today. You might remember.
I was a guy in all white, covered in muck from the knees down.
I've got one thing, a couple of funny things that happened. I try to be as funny as I could on the course. So, after Tiger teed off on 3, I'm standing there, and this guy behind me goes, "Holy shit, that's hardball." And I said, "Really? Where?" And he goes, "It's the guy in the green hat." And I said, "You're going to have to do a little bit better than that, bud."
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, bub.
Everybody around me laughed. He got pissed. And he goes, "It'd have been a lot funnier if I would have said it was a white hat." And I was like, "Come on, dude. Just tell me where hardball is." And he pointed out, surely enough, it was fully 100% hardball.
It was Jim Harbaugh?
Yeah,
holy cow. Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. He was right there on the ropes. And another thing, so real quick, green is what? Good or bad?
Good. Green means go. It's good.
Yeah.
Good, right? Red, what?
Stop.
Bad. Yeah,
bad,
stop.
Right?
Yeah.
Not at the Masters. Not at the Masters. For the longest time, which you have no phones there, so you have no clue until you talk to people, which I called Kyle.
Yeah.
I thought that Tiger was 2 over the whole time, because I'm looking at.
I see what you're talking about.
2 red ones.
Oh, okay.
I see 2 red ones. I'm thinking, holy shit, I can't keep up with Tiger.
There's so many people in the red.
There's so many people. Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, this is the worst round of the Masters ever. There's one guy that's 23 over right now, and it's all red. Everything's red, and I'm thinking this is going to be terrible television.
There's so much muck That people are going crazy.
Until I get to hole 18, which I met a fellow Auburn guy who thought it was the funniest thing ever. That's what we thought. That apparently
you almost been hammered.
Red is good, Masters. Yeah, we were.
Red is actually good in golf.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
there you go.
Why I'm not allowed. This is
the more you know.
Masters.
And he win and not me. What?
Yeah.
Lord,
I got
please.
you good stuff though.
Father God, help us.
Sorry.
That's awesome.
A good time. I got offered a good time. I went.
That's amazing. Yeah. So, my boy Scotty Scheffler, he broke 70, so I'm good. I'm good for one round. So, scoring average is looking nice. Nice little fire little 69. My dark horse, Will Zalatoris, played good too. He bogeyed 18, or he would have had a really good, and he hit a bomb for bogey on 18.
Yeah, he did.
I'm trying to think of some other stuff to ask you, Logan. I mean, can you describe the how surprised you were at the elevation changes? I mean, it just gets. I think about it.
I mean, you think of the state of Georgia or just the South in general. I mean, I was out of breath. I feel like I'm a pretty athletic guy. I don't keep the greatest in shape, but for the most part, don't shake your head. But yes, it's incredible. The fact the elevation changes on that course just totally took me off guard. And also in general, the fact that how open everything is.
Yeah, so, it's pretty wide open.
It is. It really is. I mean, there's a couple holes where you have some really tight corridors and there's a lot of trees and
hard to lose a ball out there.
Huh? Flora and fauna.
Yeah.
Fauna,
yeah.
fauna, not fauna. Around you, that it really is for the most part pretty open, but yeah, I mean it's a lot of elevation changes between hole to hole, and they did. I mean they did an incredible job. There's no other way to put it other than the fact that it was absolutely flawless.
Perfect.
Is this your first time going, Logan?
Yeah, it's absolutely. Now,
so my takeaway on that is I tell everybody when you go, I said there are two places that every company in the world should basically mirror themselves customer service wise after, and that's Disney World and Augusta National.
Yeah,
because their number one goal at both of those places is for everyone to leave happy.
The one thing I kept saying over and over again is like, this is Disney World. This is Disney World for adult males. Yeah. It is literally, but I feel like it's a hell of a lot more efficient than Disney World.
It is.
How about the bathroom behind 12? Was there the guy in there asking
you how to hurry up?
Bathrooms were lickety split. If you had to use the bathroom, there's gonna be a line, but they're moving. It's moving.
Yeah.
There was a couple.
Was there a guy in there yelling?
It's a problem. I had a couple fist bumps. I made a couple jokes I made the same joke a couple times to the guy as we're going in. I was like,
when you hit,
you're giving fist bumps on the way in and not the way out.
Yeah.
But
it's good. Hey, when you get one that works, you just keep going. You just like you gotta roll it. You gotta roll it.
I was really pumped up about my joke about Harbaugh's cap being green. I was like, oh, thanks for the heads up. I got it. I know exactly who you're talking about.
I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah, but
we're at Augusta National, and you're talking about find the guy in the green hat.
Yeah, he did. The guy that I said that joke to, everybody else laughed except for the guy that said that.
Yeah,
what his response was.
That guy was like the soccer meme guy. He's like,
He said it would have been a lot funnier if he was actually wearing a white cap. And I was like, okay, bro.
I don't even get that, sir.
All right.
Hey, if you're listening
that's
out
when you
there,
look at him, you go, no, look at everybody laughing. It was damn funny there, bro.
Everybody's laughing. I had a guy slap me on the shoulder that I've never met in my life because that's
friendship. Love it. Friendship at Augusta.
Enjoy that. Yeah.
So,
I see Jim Harbaugh now. Thank you.
Logan called me. Logan called me from Augusta. So I got a phone call and it said potential spam, and then it said Augusta, Georgia. And I honestly I had no idea it was him. Like I didn't have any thoughts. I thought it was a prank. I thought it was a telemarketer. So I answered it and I was being really obnoxious.
Jerk. Yeah.
But then it turned out it was him. It was great. So what did you call from?
It was old school phone booth. The old
We
school
got
phone
you.
booth. It was just a wooden phone booth, had some old landlines on it. So that
Nice.
they have them everywhere.
I got the
I
call.
actually had to call Dad to get your phone number. I knew Dad's off the top of my head. I didn't know yours.
Gotcha.
And I had to ask him 1,000 times just so I can keep it in my head to dial your phone number back. It took
Nice.
a lot of tries.
That was
Probably
good.
he probably was sitting there going, "This idiot! I've told him 15 times."
I appreciate it. That was really cool.
Absolutely got probably a little bit pissed that I kept saying West Kyle's number again. West Kyle's number again.
That was awesome.
Number again.
That was great. All right. So first round, we got Sung JM is in the lead. I told Logan, you need to leave me right now and go follow him because he's going to break the course record. And then he bogeyed 10 and 11 back to back.
Thank you for that cue, by the way.
But then he eagles 13 and gets back to 5 under. So I easily saw like 62 coming out of him, and he could be a force to be reckoned with through this thing. Cam Smith, if he doesn't, like we said, if he doesn't have two doubles bookended, he shoots 8 under. I mean, incredible. And then look, freaking Danny Willett. Freaking Danny Willett is 3
He
under.
loves this course.
Loves the course. Joachim Neiman had a hole out on 9. I mean, it was electricity in the air. You had Tiger. It was just
wearing the power pink.
Wearing the power pink.
Power pink.
The mock turtle.
You guys got to realize the first time I saw Tiger on the course was coming down the hill off of 2, and the buddy I was with was like, "There's no way he's wearing red right now." And I said,
it was very close.
He's wearing red. Yeah, it's like he's wearing red and black right now. This guy, he is coming out. He might wear red and black every day.
Either that or he may withdraw after this. He's just going to play one.
But as he got close, I was like, okay, he's wearing power pink. He is wearing some straight up nitro pink on this course today.
And that just reminded me of this. Ben, your boy, we've been bragging on him, dressing better. Holy crap, Victor Hovland. What in the hell was he wearing? He was wearing the inverse Tiger. He was wearing the same color of Tiger's top on his bottom. He was wearing pink pants with the stripe down the side and the black top.
Spieth was wearing some friggin' rugby attire.
That is his new thing. Those wide stripes from Under Armour, and they're like, and they're like, and the public can't get them yet. And it's like, we don't want them. Like,
I don't want it. He can have it. It's awful. He looked like the blind side.
I thought Dustin Johnson looked classy.
The rugby shirts, he looked like the dude from the blind side. It was awful. I had a lady sitting next to me. Was like, what is he wearing? And I was like,
nobody was dressed worse than Victor Hovland. Victor Hovland was terrible. Holy cow.
I don't like Spieth's wide stripes, and I don't like when he does the blue on blue.
That's what he did today. He did white and blue on blue.
Yeah, he and Dustin Johnson. I don't like the blue on blues that he and DJ do. I don't know who's giving them the fashion advice that works. It doesn't, because it's 2 shades of blue.
He did both. Both of your negatives, he did it today.
The other one that we always make fun of, and I tagged our corporate account, Dadbods Golf Pod, is Adam Scott. And it's funny because I think it was probably Kyle that responded to me and said 3 shades of khaki. And I was like, oh, it's better. When he was on the range, it was 4 shades. He had a pullover on that was a different shade of khaki.
I am a fan of multiple shades of khaki, and I'll wear them at the same time.
No, he looks terrible. You do have a lot of khaki on.
And it also looks awful on television. It looks absolutely grotesque on television.
Gracious. He looked terrible. How about Matthew Wolff shooting like 81?
Yeah.
What's his deal, man?
And broke a club.
And he broke a club.
I missed that.
Well, everybody said he snapped a club. He didn't snap it. After he was leaning on it and it broke. He didn't
purposely leaning on it.
Yeah.
See, that's the one thing you guys had over me, is that you guys can see everything at every time. Like I can see so much at a certain time. And
the good news is the replay is on right now.
That's true. But there's a lot. There's even as you're at the Masters, there's a little bit of FOMO, because you try your best to pace yourself and keep in front of the people that you need to see, and then you hear screaming in the distance,
and you know
that you
just missed something.
pretty great.
Yeah.
So that is the beauty of the Masters is the roars. That's what they say gets in the heads of the players, and especially on Sunday when you start hearing people ahead of you and all the roar. And see, that's the thing. When they get drunk enough, they could be roaring for a par putt, and you don't know.
You have no idea.
Here's the thing. After Tiger finished on 18, you could have literally gone anywhere you wanted and had the best view ever.
That's why they wanted making the cut.
It's 100% true. It was literally people. There were at least an extra 10,000 people there just for Tiger, just because Tiger was playing.
Hey, you know who was in the group? Real quick. You know who's in the group behind Tiger?
Yeah, Jim Harbaugh. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What?
You know who's in the group right behind Tiger? The number one player in the world. And I bet you could have stood right beside him the whole time, Scotty Scheffler. I bet you could have just walked hand in hand with Scotty Scheffler the whole time. It's crazy.
They made that comment during the broadcast on 7. Scheffler was putting for birdie on 7, and Colt Knost said, "This is amazing. He's the number one player in the world, and you can't see anybody standing behind him while he's putting."
I mean, another thing, like Neiman, the guy is Chile. He's from Chile, I think.
Yeah, Joaquin.
He was playing with Tiger. He ended up playing better than Tiger. Did he finish at 300?
Yeah, he did. Played very well.
He beat Tiger.
So, I mean, you got to think of the fact that you just got paired with the greatest of all time and his comeback at the Masters, and you just upstaged him.
Nerves of steel.
What's that?
Nerves of steel.
Yeah. And now people like I didn't know the guy's name. I didn't know him from Adam. I couldn't have picked even just his name alone. And now I know the guy.
Because how he played against Tiger.
Just how he played with Tiger. Like, that's what I was telling the buddy I was with. Like, this guy just got paired up with Tiger. He's got nerves of steel. Upstage. I mean, I wouldn't say upstages. Tiger brings his own stage. But at the same time, he outplays Tiger, posts a better score than Tiger. People are going to know his name now. Like, I mean, just the fact that his luck, he got paired with Tiger.
And he hold out for Eagle.
It's going to bring a lot of money.
He hold out on 9 for Eagle.
And hold out on 9 for Eagle.
And I really thought he was going to throw up on himself.
One hole ahead, by the way.
I thought he was going to throw up on himself.
I was thinking that I could catch more venue by going a hole ahead. That was one of the holes I skipped because I could. Yeah.
Neiman was quoted. Neiman was quoted as making some sort, not snide remark, but somebody asked him about playing with Tiger. And he said, "Oh, I think I'll be able to handle it." And I was like, "Bro, don't. That's famous last words. Don't say that." Because he's like 20. I didn't realize it. He's like 22, 23 years old.
And Tiger be like, and I took that personally.
Yeah.
But he did. But it doesn't matter because the guy came up.
One round. It's a 4-round tournament. It's a 4-round tournament.
I know it, but I'm talking. All I got to see is 1 round. That's all I get. I don't get to go to the rest of them, even though I
tell everybody that always says the pros that'll say, it's, I think I can handle playing with Tiger. I'm like, maybe on a Thursday, Friday. Kyle's right. Those same pros, let them play on Sunday with him coming down the stretch with him in contention. Yeah. It's a totally different ball game during that point. You thought it was crazy today being 30 deep. If he's in contention on Sunday, it'll be 90 deep on every hole.
I agree. I mean, I read the typically it's about 50,000 patrons.
Yeah.
And I swear at least 3/4 of those were at.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
It'll be the same tomorrow because he tees off a little bit later tomorrow too. So,
but the weather is just for the most part supposed to be fantastic throughout.
I think a little windy, but absolutely spectacular.
It's going to be cool, but it's not going to be raining. So they can bundle up.
When I got there, the rain, that was the day. Today was the day the rain stopped. So it rained a little bit early in the morning. I did my shopping and then we came out, started falling. The rain stopped. But I got to see basically what happened due to all of that rain. Like, I've heard stories of them icing all of the azaleas if spring comes too early, just so they don't bloom too early, so they're ready for the Masters. However, all of that due to that rain, like the azaleas were knocked down, like all the blooms for the most part were knocked down.
Did you find any shotgun shells on the ground?
No shotgun shells. A lot of like green, like I don't for the lack of a better term, salt. Like where we were walking, it was kind of like a salty, sandy.
That
It
was
was almost
fertilizer.
green.
Yeah.
I bet it's
Green
fertilizer,
salt.
or they sanded it with greens to dry up some of that moisture, Kyle. Had to be what it was.
Yeah.
But now the fairways were flawless. It was unbelievable. Even after, I'd been there since 8 a.m. and we'd gone back and forth from hole 1 to 18. And it looked like nobody had played the course.
Yep.
It was insane. And there were people with
Spectacular.
leaf blowers on the greens.
Did you
blowing
see
off.
the hover? Did you see the hovering lawnmowers?
No,
That, like, you didn't see those? I think that's probably later. That's probably mostly practice rounds.
I saw a lot of people leaf blowers on the greens.
Yeah.
Like
And the
in
guy with the
between,
cane
like,
pole. Did you see the
fence.
guy with the cane pole knocking the sand when somebody would hit it out of a bunker and get
greens?
sand onto
No,
the green?
mm-mm,
Didn't see that
because
guy?
you guys got to realize that as we got to see something, we knew that
You're
we had to
moving.
move to the next hole, or else
Yeah.
we're not going to see anything else.
Yeah. I'm with you.
So when we posted up at Amen Corner, we did get to see a little bit of those inner workings of how they operate between groupings. And the most I saw were people like cleaning up fairways and blowing off greens.
Yeah.
And they had leaf blow. There were like 5 people on the 12th green just blowing shit off.
Yeah. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome.
Kyle, let me ask you this real quick.
Go ahead.
Because you were asking about my takeaways a little bit earlier. I'd texting back and forth with my roommate. How much of Tiger's limp, and I'm not being conspiracy theorist here, how much of Tiger's limp is the actual limp, and how much of it is because he's so used to walking that damn way? Because there were some times where he was walking with 0 limp, and then
I saw
sometimes
0 limp.
and see,
So-
and then you'd see it on TV, and then like he's crossing over Ray's Creek, and he's talking with Joey LaCava, and they got a hot mic on, and they're like laughing, but he's still like, with that camera being that close, he's legit limping really bad crossing over the creek.
So
I
here's the
saw
thing.
0 limp from
Here's
Tiger.
my thing. He walks like that now because he doesn't have, like, he physically can't walk any other way because of the way
Right.
his ankle doesn't.
He has no mobility in his ankle.
Ankle doesn't turn. His
Right.
ankle doesn't turn all these different ways. It's locked in. So he's just flat, so that he's gonna walk kind of funky.
So what are we looking for? Are we looking for him to like wince? Because there were a couple of times he winced, like you could tell he probably turned something the wrong way or something just didn't quite sit right with him.
I didn't see much of that, but I'm sure it can't be comfortable. I mean,
Yeah.
but still unbelievable to shoot one under after everything he's been through. I'm glad, Logan, you got to be there. I'm glad that you got me that
bald spot. It was great.
I'm glad that you got me that sweet polo. I want to see Tiger. I wish Tiger would try a flat bill. I wish he would try a flat bill. The old man hat. I'm kind of over that. But
not a lot of flat bills, by the way, in the pro shop.
I saw a couple, but Thursday, when you get to Thursday, a lot of stuff's been picked through. So, but you did good. I got there early, so I got to. It was a madhouse, I will say, but the way they have that laid out is spectacular.
It's flawless. It really is. I mean, there are some long lines, but they basically have everything displayed with numbers on it. So when you get to the counter, you tell them, I want number whatever in a medium, I want whatever number in a small, etc. And they just come pull it out package and they hand it to you. So they have everything displayed up high, and you go and you just tell them number whatever in the size.
Yep.
And they give it
That's
to
exactly
you.
it.
But there are lines longer than others. When I got in, I went directly to the men's section because I had to select. I knew what I wanted, and I had a select number of people that I was purchasing for. And then as I started making my way down my list, it got worse. So t-shirts, try to get a t-shirt for your wife, Kyle, took about 20 minutes.
Well, yeah. Thank you for sticking it out.
Welcome.
Thank you for sticking it out.
How much you spend?
$1,000.
Yep. Not too bad.
Goes quick.
I thought, were you going and getting gifts? Yeah, but that $1,000, that's the fastest time, except in probably Vegas. That's the fastest. You lost $1,000.
I still to this day, I don't take back what I said. I would still take the $1,000 over Tiger winning another major. I enjoy it. I actually got a lot of stuff for $1,000, Ben.
Yeah.
I completely agree. I get
just
it.
for
I really thought when you went over there having to get gifts, I thought we were looking at like 1,800, $2,000 was going to be coming out.
Nah, it wasn't that much. I wasn't buying. It was mostly family. I had to get one for Pops. I had to get one for myself. I actually, you know what? I found a Masters polo onesie for my 3-month-old, which is fly as hell.
That's pretty sweet.
I'm really fired up for it.
Yeah, I saw that. I can't wait to see pictures of that. Can't wait to see pictures of that. Dude, thanks for coming on. I know you're having a blast. You took time out of your fun time to come jump on. It's awesome to hear stories of boots on the ground. It was an awesome day, beautiful day. A lot of good golf left over the weekend. We're going to try to do a nightly recap of each round. So hang in there with us. Hang in there with us, and you don't have to jump on. You did your time.
Yeah, you've done your part.
You're welcome. Sorry,
we appreciate it.
Least deserving.
We really appreciate it. We really appreciate it. So, guys, check us out. We're going to come back on tomorrow. We're going to talk about the Friday round tomorrow afternoon. So, we'll be here all weekend. This is episode 162 or 3. I don't know. It's
162.
162 of the Dad.
Got my notebook, Kyle.
I actually think it's 3. Of the Dadbod Golf Pod, and we are
always. It is. Yeah, it's 163.
163. Always stroking. Bye.
Okay. All right.